What's going on, guys? This is Done With Gaming in Progress, and today we're going to be taking a look at Plantera. This is a game that was sent to me through Keymailer by an indie team, and I want to thank those guys for sending it to me. Now, as you guys saw in the last video, I did play it a little bit to use as a bit of a backdrop. So what we're going to actually do here is we're going to reset the game and start over from the beginning, just so it's nice and fair and fresh. So let's get into this here. Okay, so as you can see, our little character was dreaming. Now we're gonna collect these little bugs. And you know, what's nice about this game is it's kind of just like a nice little relaxing game you can play. So we get enough coins here, or we don't need coins here, to put down a carrot patch and begin. And it's basically just a side-scrolling farming type game where you collect coins and stuff and progress that way, it seems like. And I played obviously a little bit of it, and it's pretty enjoyable. So you gotta do a lot of clicking, and it'll help you harvest stuff, and your little character here will harvest stuff automatically as well if it's close enough, or if it moves that way and sees it. So basically, in this section, it kind of starts off a little slow, and I noticed when I was playing in that other video, it starts off a little slow, but it does seem to pick up rather quickly, which is good. It starts off slow, so you've got a nice pace going, nice easy pace, and then once you get the hang of things, you can pick up and go a little bit faster, and you don't feel overwhelmed. And then obviously the game does continue to get faster as you go, so it's good. I feel like it works well, in my opinion, and so far it's been fun. Okay, so you gotta whack the moles, and you gotta remember all this stuff too, because as it goes, like, more stuff will pop up for you to interact with on the screen at once. I think that could make the game potentially very challenging in the later levels of the game, which will be interesting. So we got 21 coins here. We're gonna go ahead and plant some trees. We can only plant the one right now, and that's a bush rather than, my bad. It looks like a blueberry bush. So we're gonna have to plant that, and then obviously these birds will come down and try and take your stuff too. So you gotta whack those away. So there's actually a lot that goes on in this. So you whack that bird away, and basically, again, the game does start off kind of slow, and then it picks up a little bit as you go, and as you progress through the levels. And then once you hit level 3, you can see here you get a second helper, so that makes things go a little faster. Plant another bush here. You actually get an apple tree as well that you can plant, so you can plant the apple tree, and then those will give you more money, and obviously the little coins here help. And it's not really a difficult game, I think, like super difficult in a traditional sense. To me, it's more of a game that is kind of relaxing, but it's not relaxing to the point where you're bored. It gives you stuff to do and does make it a little bit of a challenge, but it's not like a high-octane, like, thrill challenge, if you will, like Call of Duty, for example. It's not something like that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and build an apple tree here, and that gives us one of the apple trees. And we're gonna whack that mole, and keep that mole away, and keep working here. I think the little guys are interestingly designed as well, in my opinion. Like, they're kind of like. They kind of look like maybe Bulbasaurs, but not really Bulbasaurs. They're kind of like I don't know. They're like animal people, you know, but like chibi animal people, if that makes sense at all. It's a very interesting design choice, regardless. Okay, so now we have our first animal that we can get here, because you can get animals as well. So we're gonna put a little chicken down, and that chicken's gonna lay us some eggs, and we'll go from there. And it seems to be that as you get more access to new things and you put those on your little farm here, your little plot of land, that as you go, these things will unlock more, or more like enemies, if you will. Like, there's the bird, and obviously there's the groundhog, But you'll also see, like, later on, if you saw in the other video, you saw there were, like, bunnies and foxes and stuff. At least I think those are foxes. Yeah, foxes. Yeah, it's definitely a fox. So, there's that. And I'm not really sure, like, how, like, high this game goes. Like, and that's one thing I'm hoping to find out here, if it doesn't take too long to do so, is, like, where, like, what is the cutoff point? Where do you get to the point where you've got everything unlocked and you can just kind of sit there and watch stuff grow and harvest stuff and hit the mole and stuff? The mole is like the easiest guy of all of them. The fox is the most difficult one, I'd say, so far. I'm gonna go ahead and plant some more corn or carrots here, and then I'm also gonna plant another tree down at the end. And the reason I have trees at both ends is actually kind of a smart little idea I came up with. Having the trees at both ends with helps me, like, easily tell just by scrolling all the way across how large my total area here is. Because you see these signs, I believe as you go, you get access to more area, so that those signs will be spread further and further apart, making it a little bit difficult to determine what exactly is your whole area and how much area you have to keep away from all the various predators that want to steal your food and stuff. And then obviously there's ladybugs, and there's a lot of stuff to keep an eye out for. And there's the bunny too. Can't let the bunny get any of your food. And of course you got to keep an eye out for the fox over here. So really it's just about kind of like managing all those things and keeping an eye out for all those things. We're gonna see. Let's get another. Let's get that new. Oh, I don't have room for it. Okay, let's get another little chickie in here. So that way we have 2 chickies. So, I mean, it's not really a difficult game, which is good, because not every game has to be like a super difficult, challenging game. Get that fox. But at the same time, it's not such a simplistic game where you just feel like it's boring. It's a good casual paced game that I think a lot of people would enjoy, whether they primarily play more hardcore games, or they're used to playing simplistic games like this. I think they would enjoy this game simply because it's kind of good in between. It's good casual. It does still offer some challenge, but it is fun, even though it's very simplistic in nature. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Otherwise, I wouldn't still be playing it if I wasn't enjoying it. So I think a lot of people will enjoy it. It's a good way to, if you're stressed out in a game like Call of Duty or something, and you're very frustrated at that because maybe you didn't have a good team and you lost a round and it affected your KD ratio or whatever. This is a good kind of game that you can kind of just play and kind of relax out on, in my opinion. Because it's a very relaxing game. Got good music, got nice calming music, a nice calming environment. So I think that works really well for this game. It's a good kind of stress relief game where you can just kind of let go and relax. And as you can see, we do have a third guy here now, a third little I don't know. Almost kind of looks like sprouts or something. I don't know. But whatever they are, we got three of those little guys now. And we got foxes here. And it looks like our land is going to expand soon once we hit 500 coins. Which will allow me to plant more crops here than what I have. I really should have some more of these bushes here. And I'm going to put... another one there, and then one of these there. Okay, so let's see if that works. Alright, we just gotta keep an eye out on everything, especially these bunnies. And these birds. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, it does still provide a challenge. It's not like gonna be a super easy thing. It provides a nice challenge so that you don't get too, like, this game is boring, you know. Because it's not, and I really like the design of it, and I don't really like side-scrolling games. That's the thing too. I'm not really big on side-scrolling games, it's kind of like, I think one of the reasons I like this game so much is it kind of reminds me of Harvest Moon because it's a farming game. And I know Harvest Moon isn't the only farming game out there, but it's probably my favorite farming game that I've ever played. I didn't really care much for Animal Crossing for whatever reason, it just wasn't my thing, but I really enjoyed Harvest Moon, and for some reason this reminds me of Harvest Moon, so there is that. But the game is a lot of fun. It's got a very kind of cutesy artwork design, which I think fits well for the setting and the stress-free nature of the game. And we're going to get this garden expansion here, obviously, since now we can afford it. We're going to make sure that bird goes away. And okay, so it did expand our land a little bit on each side here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant some of these, and plant those twice, and alright, cool. And as you can see too, as you continue to progress through the game, you do get more coins. You seem to accumulate coins faster, it seems, so you don't really have to worry as much about spending and expanding your land and getting more crops and stuff, because it seems to flow really well, in my opinion. It all flows together very nicely, and I feel like that works for this. So we got a new tree. We got a pear tree here. We're 11 minutes. Okay. We got a new pear tree, so I'm going to plant one of those once I look here and see how much it costs once I make that bird go away. Let's see. 80? Okay. And I'm going to 158. So I'm going to plant 2 of those, one on each far side here. That way we can get 2 of those trees going here. And you know, it does seem to require some concentration, but again, it's not really a stress-inducing game, which I like. It's a game that I can just kind of sit here and play and click my mouse a lot, but it's not really a game I have to worry about winning or losing, because it's just not really important. It's just a fun little game you can play for the fun of it, you know? Okay, so we got pears here, nice. And let's see, I'm gonna plant another pear tree here. Once okay, yeah, that looks good over there. Okay, plant another pear tree. Make sure this bunny doesn't come near my stuff. Another nice thing too is the fact that you can either manually click on stuff and collect it, or your little helpers will collect stuff as they go through the area of your given piece of land. Which is basically what these little guys are. They're basically helpers helping some invisible person, which is you, basically harvest all this stuff and earn more monies, which is good. Oh, go away, little fox. We don't want your kind here. You're mean. And you too, bunny. You just want to steal my food. So yeah, I mean, it's not the most difficult game, but I like that it offers a little bit of a challenge, and I like the fact that it is a very relaxing game overall, while still, again, offering a little bit of a challenge here, which is really nice. I don't think there's a lot of games out there like that. Maybe some of the ones that are like that are more like mobile games, where they have where most mobile games have all these microtransactions and stuff. And this is a nice little desktop game you can play, and it's not ridiculously expensive. I think the game actually only costs like $2 or $3, which is nice. I mean, obviously, because the developer sent this to us through Keymailer, we get it for free. But I mean, I would gladly pay $2 or $3 for this game, because it's nice and enjoyable, and it's nice and fun. So we're gonna get to a point here. I figure where we fill up all this little land here, I still gotta plant some more trees and bushes here, and then we will wrap things up. So let's see, we're about to hit level 8 too, so maybe we'll unlock something new and have access to some new thing that we can put down here. Okay, oh, we got piggies. We got little piggies. What are the little piggies? Yes, okay. And then we got then if you want, you can actually expend your earned in-game coins, which is nice. You don't have to buy in-game coins to do those little power-up things, and they give you speed boost options and stuff like that, which is nice. I don't really see myself ever doing that, but I mean, it's a nice little option for those who want to speed up their process. Now this game does come with a full set of achievements, or whatever Steam calls them. I believe Steam calls them achievements, as well as Xbox. I believe PlayStation's the only one that calls them trophies. But anyway, it does have a full suite of achievements that you can pick up and earn through the game. So I don't know if it has cards for it. I would imagine it has cards if it has achievements. So that should be interesting for you guys as well to explore and try and figure out how to get those. Overall, I would have to say that this game is definitely worth the couple bucks it costs. I mean, it only costs a couple bucks. It's a great game that you can play to kind of relax and unwind. Maybe play it when you just when you're finishing your gaming night. Just like have this be like the last game you play. To help you kind of like just unwind and calm down after playing some more hardcore games like Call of Duty and Battlefield or Arma or whatever, just to help you kind of unwind. This would be a good game that you could play. As sure as I think that bunny stole something from me. But I mean, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't give you a game over. It doesn't if the bunnies or the foxes steal food or steal your little animals or whatever. It doesn't give you a game over. It's just it slows down your income thing because you have to replace what was taken. So all in all, I'd say this is a rather enjoyable game, and I would definitely recommend it to all you guys watching this to go pick it up for a couple bucks, give it a try. And then it's a nice thing too is even if you don't like it, it only costs a couple bucks, and you've seen a good amount of gameplay for this game now. As I've been sitting here, I purposely didn't do the face cam because I wanted you guys to see all the gameplay, and I didn't want that to possibly get in the way at all. So you guys have seen a good amount of gameplay, and you can go from there to decide if you want to pick it up and try it. And then even if you don't like it, you might have somebody who does like it in your family, maybe a younger cousin or something, who will try it out and be like, oh, I like this game, it's cool, it's nice and easy and relaxing and stuff. So I think I'm going to wrap things up here for you guys. As I've said, I got a good amount of gameplay here, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you guys happen to be new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. And as always, this has been Devin with Gaming in Progress, and I will see you guys in the next video.